Of uncertainty and speculations, and as the November 15th and 16th National Convention draws close, Northern PDP governors and leaders have anointed former President Jonathan's Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, as their consensus candidate for the chairmanship of the party, taking over from Umar Damagum.
As the northern leaders and representative of each of the states in the north, we have met this evening to deliberate and take decision on the office of the chairman of our great party, the PDP, which was zoned to the north. And in our meeting, we have reflected deeply and widely through consultation and going to Ibadan for our national convention. We have adopted a consensus candidate to represent the North and by extension Nigeria as the chairman of the PDP. And that gentleman is KT Turaki, SAN. This is our decision this evening.
While some PDP faithful see this endorsement as a bid to consolidate on party unity ahead of its 2025 National Convention, there are reports that this may be part of a grand plan to usher in former President Goodluck Jonathan to fly the party's flag ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Though the high-level consultative meeting held in Abuja had in attendance key northern leaders, such as the governors of Adamawa State, Bauchi State, Zamfara State, as well as former Senate President Bukola Saraki, Senate Minority Leader Abba Moro, among others, there are concerns that Turaki may not be the party's unifying factor like his opponents who were dropped. That's the former governor of Kano State, Ahmed Makrafi, and former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido. Meanwhile, barely 24 hours after the endorsement, Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri, who is the chairman of the National Convention Organizing Committee, has announced Tuesday, October 28, 2025, for the screening of all aspirants for various national offices in the 2025 PDP elective National Convention, regardless of the pending court ruling on the convention. Mary Chinda, Arise News.
Right, joining us now as we take a look at the Northwest PDP stakeholders' endorsement of Tanimu Turaki for national chairman is Ina Ciroma, People's Democratic Party NEC member. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am, on Newsnight tonight. Tanimu Turaki has emerged from the Northwest based on the northern stakeholders' consensus. But how much of a consensus really is this consensus? Because we're hearing that there is the belief that he may not necessarily be a unifying, agent or force as those others who were also considered, people like, Makarfi and, of course, Sule Lamido, former governor of Jigawa State. How much of a consensus is this consensus? What really recommends Tanimu Turaki as the next chairman of the PDP?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me again on PDP issues. Mm-hmm. Actually, PDP zone positions,
right,
and they rotate the positions every 4 years. And we have the major zones, the north and the south. Positions are rotated between the north and the south. Mm. And since the zoning committee agreed that the president will come from the south,
right,
they now say the chairman of the party must come from the north. Mm. Now, the northern consensus, we had a meeting on last week Friday, on the zoning of the position that was sent to the north. Normally, it's also micro-zoned,
right,
and rotated. So we agreed at the caucus meeting that positions that were allocated to North Central will now move to Northwest. Northwest will now move to Northeast. Northeast will now move to North Central, which means the chairman of the party, even though Damagum is now he was acting and he was confirmed, the chairman supposed to come from the North Central. It's now moved to Northwest. And there were some arguments at the meeting last Friday.
Right. What were the arguments about?
It's about the North Central. They were saying that they have not exhausted their 4 years because the Amagum is from Northeast.
Yes.
But then we said that it is
having taken over from Yocha.
From Yocha.
Yes.
And there was an argument that the Northwest has never produced the national chairman of the party. Therefore, it must move to Northwest. So we all agree that, okay, the Northwest and the North Central will have a meeting and they will agree. That is what brought about the meeting of Wednesday. And PDP is Democratic Party. So when they met and they agreed that Turaki is the consensus candidate, of course, other aspirants will not be happy. But when we are talking about democracy, we are talking about majority opinion. So if those that were at that meeting endorsed Turaki, that is democracy. And those people that are complaining, they have a right to complain, but then that is it.
What exactly recommends Turaki of all the other, yes?
Of course.
What I mean,
yes.
Why? And maybe I should add too, because in that report by Mary, she did underscore the point that there is, there are feelings or feelers, if you like, that this may just be a groundwork to prepare, the ground for the likely emergence of former President Goodluck Jonathan, who has ruled for 4 years, or more than that, but I mean for 4 years. That there is the possibility that he may be running under the platform of the PDP. Does it have any connection with that?
As far as I'm concerned, as at now, PDP has serious challenges. And we need a chairman of the party. First of all, it's not about the president. It's about the chairman of the party who will provide a very strong platform for the president. So, Turaki, as far as I'm concerned, he fits that because he is a son, and as you know, our politics of today is you are always in the court.
A senior advocate of Nigeria.
A senior advocate of Nigeria, and a very, very old son for that matter. And I know that he will be an asset when it comes to the issue of arguments, judiciary, and all that. So Turaki, as far as I'm concerned, he is very, very qualified to be our chairman. And as I said, we need a chairman that can stand on his feet. We don't want chairmen that can be manipulated. As of now, we want somebody who can stand for this party and stand for Nigeria. Because PDP is a party, whether we like it or not, is the major opposition party. And it's either the ruling party or PDP. And we are now appealing to Nigeria to see that PDP is picking up. Right. Because with this chairmanship of Turaki, I can assure you, because he is our chairman of the former ministers forum, and we see how democratic that man is in our forum. He is very humble. Right. Apart from that, he listens to everybody. So we need chairman that have this kind of attitude, and chairman who thinks about our country. So I can assure you that Turaki is there for the party. And for the emergence of our presidential candidate, that is another issue. Right. If the party is strong, whoever, as far as we are concerned, every Nigerian has a right to contest for any position. And if Turaki is very democratic, he will not say because he was a minister for Jonathan, therefore he's going to favor Jonathan. No, we need somebody who will lead this country as it should be led. We don't want, in fact, the president. We no longer don't want president that want to be president just because they want to be president. Right. We need presidents that have programs and proposals for this country. And I can assure that as it is now, PDP is picking up, and we will not allow sentiments to come into our decisions.
You just said twice that PDP is picking up, but it is clear. It's out there that PDP right now is hemorrhaging, and Turaki is taking over at a time when PDP seems to be losing a lot of membership. Governors leaving, from 11 to 8 now as at the last count. And there are indications too that even one of the governors there, let me just not name him, is also likely to jump ship from the PDP maybe to the governing APC. apparently, Tanimu Turaki has his job cut out for him. What do you think will be his major assignment now as you move towards 2027 elections?
Honestly, this issue of people leaving the party, especially the governors, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not worried.
Why?
Because in 2015, PDP, we had more governors, yet we lost the election. So it does not mean that because you have more governors, you will win the election. Now, the election is about Nigerians. Now we should look back and see how we rescue our country. And Nigerians are now wiser. So everybody's vote must count. The governor does not have 100 votes. He will just go and drop his own vote. In his state, he can't control everybody. So what we are saying that Nigerians should rise up and do the needful. Our vote is very, very important. Your vote is your right. And your vote is your vote that will rescue you from the present situation.
But the PDP will have to demonstrate to Nigerians that internal democracy will be the watchword of the party. How will his emergence impact the fortunes of the PDP going forward, especially when it comes to maybe luring back those who have left the party?
Yes, in fact, in PDP, people will go and they'll come back. So PDP has never changed its name. It has never aligned with any other party. We are still there. And these people will go and they'll still come back to the party. Because as I said, you now said something about how will the PDP is united as I'm talking to you now. And as I'm talking to you now, we are going to ensure democracy in the party. Because what kills a political party is being non-democratic.
Right.
If people insist on their opinion or their right.
Or their own interests.
For their own interests.
Yes.
But as at now, PDP members are wiser. And we are now saying that PDP must be democratic. The people's voice is the voice of the people and is the rule of the party.
Great, very well said. We hope to see that demonstrated, going forward. As the PDP, you say, is a strong party. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. Ina Ciroma, you yourself, I mean, you should be vying for, the chairmanship of the party.
Deputy National Chairman.
Right, fantastic. No. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Of course, Ina Ciroma is a PDP NEC member joining us on Newsnight tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.